Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna discuss this article. Basically give some commentary on this article I saw on a website called boredpanda.com. And basically the article is entitled, "Here's what famous people are doing to help out during the coronavirus pandemic." So I'm just gonna go through here and look at what various celebrities are doing and basically just provide commentary, So if we look down here, number one, it says, number one, Bill and Melinda Gates pledged to donate 100 million through their foundation. So here's my thoughts on this right here. What's interesting here, it says, Bill and Melinda Gates pledged. Now the key word here for me is pledged. Right? So my thing is, either you've donated it or you haven't donated it. If you pledged to do it, that means you haven't done it. Right? You're saying, this is what we plan to do in the future, over time. But you haven't done it yet. So, over time, your situation could change. Anything could happen next week. Next week will come and you can say, well, we had planned to do this, but we're not going to be able to do it anymore. So basically, they haven't donated shit yet. Okay. They pledged to do 100 million. They haven't donated shit yet to my knowledge. That's just a pledge. That's a useless promise. Until it's completed, that's a useless promise. Number two, Giorgio Armani donated about 2.2 million to various hospitals as well as to the Italian Civil Protection Agency. Okay, he's donated $2.2 million. Kudos to him. He's actually given the money. Number three, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds donated $1 million to support low-income families. Again, they've given the money. They have given the money. You can't knock them. You can't knock a person who has given the money. All you can say is kudos to Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They gave the money. Bruno Mars donated $1 million to support MGM employees who lost their jobs. Kudos to Bruno Mars. This is one person. He's given $1 million to support MGM employees. MGM is $1 billion company. You would think they would be able to help their employees, but apparently not. Bruno Mars, one person, one entertainer, he steps up to the plate and he donates $1 million. MGM should feel like shit right now. Bethany Frankel donated 1 million biohazard suits. I don't know what that means. I don't know if she donated money that bought the suits, or if she contacted a company and they decided to donate the suits in her name. I don't know. But at least the people who need the suits now have 1 million biohazard suits. So I'm not going to knock her. I'm not really going to knock her. I just like a little more transparency. I like transparency. I would have liked to know how much money that cost, how much money she spent to get that, to make that happen. I would have liked to know that because I like transparency. But even though there's no transparency here, I'm not going to knock her. Number 6, Kristen Bell and her daughters donated $150,000 and $150,007.96 to No Kid Hungry. Right? So kudos to her and her family. Okay, kudos to Kristen Bell and her daughters. When I think of Kristen Bell, I don't think of her as being an insanely rich celebrity. I mean, she's had some, hit TV shows. She's not a huge star. She's a star, but she's not like a humongous A-lister or anything like that. So for her, $150,000, I think that's a lot coming from her. Honestly, I think that's a lot. There are people who probably make way more money than Kristen Bell who wouldn't donate $150,000. Okay, so kudos to Kristen Bell. All right. James McAvoy has donated $256,000 to the Masks for NHS Heroes campaign. Again, he's given the money. $256,000, right? That's a good chunk of change. Again, I know who James McAvoy is. I mean, he's a good actor. And, but again, I don't really think of him as a huge star. I don't. He's had some good roles. But, when I think of huge stars, I think of people like Leonardo DiCaprio. That's what I mean by huge stars. Brad Pitt. Guys like that. Right? McAvoy is a good, solid actor. And, I mean, we'll see how his career turns out. But in terms of money, I think this is a good chunk of change that he's given up. So congratulations to him for being a good, decent person and trying to help, and he's giving from his pocket. I'm emphasizing people who are giving from their pocket. They're not asking you to do anything, right? They're not saying, hey, buy this and I'll donate a percentage of what you buy from me. Like some of the scumbag celebrities. If you're asking people to buy your stuff and then saying you're gonna donate a portion of it, you're a scumbag. And I'm saying that right now. I need you all to understand that when you hear celebrities say, I'll donate X amount of percent of my proceeds. So basically they're trying to tell you, if you buy this, I'll donate 20%. Why should I buy something from you? Let's say, for example, you're buying something costs $100. And you're telling me if I buy that costs $100, you're going to donate 10% of that to a charity. Right? Wouldn't it make, that's 10% of $100 is $10. Wouldn't it make more sense for me to just go ahead and donate $100 to a charity? Wouldn't it be more beneficial to the charity if I just wrote them a check for $100 than for me to buy your product for $100 and then you only give the charity $10? It makes no sense. You're a scumbag if you're doing this, right? And I want people to start thinking about these things. Why buy a product cost, say, again, I'm using 100 because 100 is a good number to work with. Why buy this person's product for $100 and they're only going to give $10 to charity? Why not just write your own check for $100 and give it to the charity? That would be more beneficial to the charity. Okay? Don't fall for this stuff just because it's a celebrity. Don't get caught up and fall for this nonsense. Alright? These celebrities who do that are scumbags. James McAvoy is not a scumbag because he's just giving his money. He says, hey, here's $256,000. Use it for that. I'm not asking anybody to do anything. I'm just giving of my own pocket. And that's how you're supposed to give. Okay? So, kudos to Mr. James McAvoy for doing that. Jimmy Fallon donated to Feeding America. So they wrote this statement thanking him. Again, I don't see the transparency right? So he wrote a statement. Right now, I'm thinking about what we can do to help our most vulnerable populations, children who are losing the one meal they may rely on per day, our friends and family who are facing job issues, the elderly and low-income families. My family made a donation to at Feeding America, who are working tirelessly to feed those in need around the country, right? So, yes, that's great, but there's no transparency here. How much did you donate? I don't know how much you donated. You know, I like transparency. I'm not giving him any kudos. I'm not gonna knock him, but I'm not gonna give him any kudos because I don't, for all I know, he might have donated $500, I can't give you kudos, Jimmy. I don't see the transparency. I need transparency. All right? Not gonna knock you, but I ain't giving you no kudos. So Taylor Swift has reportedly donated to her fans who have been impacted by the coronavirus crisis. So this person, Holly Turner, I made a post on Tumblr about how I was scared I wouldn't be able to stay living in New York City because of what Corona has done to the music industry. At Taylor Swift 13 literally single-handedly saved my ability to stay here. I cannot even believe my eyes right now. So she shows this thing. You received $3,000 from Taylor Nation LLC. And it says, Holly, you've always been there for me. I want to be there for you right now. I hope this helps. Love, Taylor. Only thing would have been better if she said, love, Tay-Tay. Listen. How do I handle this? I don't want to knock her. But how many people actually got this? For all we know, this is just one person. This is just one person who got it. How many people actually got this? Where is the transparency? How much money in all did you donate, Taylor? How much money did you donate total to your fans? Where's the transparency? I like transparency. For all we know, this one person got it. Maybe two. I don't know. I'm not gonna knock her. But there's no transparency here. I don't like that. Number 10, Drew Brees and his wife, Bethany, will donate $5 million to the state of Louisiana. I will congratulate you, Drew Brees, and your wife, Brittany, once you have donated this money. This thing says will donate $5 million. Will, meaning they haven't done it yet, but they intend to. I don't congratulate people based on their intentions. I congratulate you based on what you have done. I'm not going to give you any congratulations for what you intend to do. Let me know when you've done it and I will congratulate you at that time. Okay. Zion Williamson pledged to cover the salaries of the Smoothie King Center employees for 30 days. Okay, that sounds good. But how much is that going to cost him? Transparency. No transparency. See, I don't like that. How much money is this going to cost you, Zion? Like, just tell us, how much is it going to cost you? How much are you giving out total to do this? It's called transparency. Okay, buddy? That's a good idea what you're doing, but I just don't know how much. That's a very vague statement. It's very vague for me. So I'm not gonna knock you, but I can't congratulate you. Mark Zuckerberg and Dr. Priscilla Chan. Okay. Donated $25 million to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to help explore treatment options. So, this is a case of the rich giving to the rich. That $25 million would have been more meaningful going to people who need it. Real people who need it. Bill and Melinda Gates don't need $25 million. But I guess, Bill and Melinda Gates pledged $100 million. So I guess they've covered at least 25 million of that pledge, right? So now all they have to do is at least distribute that $25 million. This kind of like this $25 million here is, I give you no kudos, Mark Zuckerberg and Dr. Priscilla Chan. I give you no kudos. This makes no sense. You're literally giving to the rich. How is you giving to Bill and Melinda Gates helping anybody? How are you helping regular schmegular people by doing this? No kudos for you. So, Rihanna's Clara Lionel Foundation has donated $5 million to various organizations. They've donated the money. That's great. Kudos. Congratulations. But in the interest of transparency, I would like, we've responded to COVID-19 by distributing $5 million in grants to Partners in Health, at Direct Relief, at Feeding America, at Rescue Org, at WHO, and in Pound Barbados to prepare communities with critical protective gear, medical supplies, equipment, and access to food across multiple countries and region. Thank you for the transparency. See, this right here is how it should be done. This is how donations should be done. You tell people how much you're giving, and then you tell people who you are giving it to. All right? The only thing would have been better is if they told us how much each of these organizations are getting. But I can kind of understand why they may not want to specify that, because, one person might be like, well, how come they got more than me? And so I understand that part. But you can kind of fact check what they're saying here, because you can check with Partners in Health. You can check at with Direct Relief, Feeding America. You can kind of fact check and make sure that they actually did what they're saying that they did. So this is how it should be done, right? Again, the only thing that would have been better for me would have been to know how much they actually gave each organization, and then actually seeing that number equate to $5 million. Because technically, they could give them a couple $100,000, give this person a couple $100,000, and technically they did give to them, but it didn't come up to $5 million. But I trust them. I have no reason to not trust this foundation. If they say they gave $5 million in donations, I'm going to take their word for it, and I'm going to give them kudos, because they're giving more transparency than most people. Most people, all right? No, not many people give this level of transparency. Arnold Schwarzenegger donated $1 million to the GoFundMe campaign, Frontline Responders Fund. So, Arnold Schwarzenegger donated $1 million to the GoFundMe campaign, Frontline Responders Fund. I want to say congratulations, because he actually did give the money, but I'm thinking about this, right? So Arnold Schwarzenegger donated $1 million to the GoFundMe campaign, Frontline Responders Fund, which is a good thing, and I congratulate him for giving the money. But I can't help but think, when you do a GoFundMe, a percentage of what you earn goes to the GoFundMe people, right? So there's a percentage that goes when you donate something like $1 million. That's gonna boost up what the GoFundMe, you know, what that GoFundMe is gonna get, which means that's a higher percentage that's gonna have to be paid to the GoFundMe website or whatever. Wouldn't it have been more feasible to just take that money and donate it yourself? And that way you can guarantee that 100% of the money goes to where it needs to go to, instead of a portion of it having to be paid to the GoFundMe, to people who run to the people who run the GoFundMe page, because there's like a fee every time you set up a GoFundMe page. You know, you got to pay a percentage of whatever you earn total. So I you know, that's good that he gave it, but next time, Arnold, be smarter. Just give the money out yourself, so 100% of it goes to where it needs to go to. All right, buddy? Just be a little smarter next time. So Angelina Jolie has donated $1 million to No Kid Hungry, an organization that works to end childhood hunger. Congratulations to Angelina Jolie. She donated $1 million out of her pocket. She didn't come and tell me I should go watch her movies and she'll donate proceeds from the movie. Right? She just donated money because she made that money from people over the years supporting her career. And she just decided to give something back. And that's how you're supposed to do it. Just give it back, no conditions. No conditions, all right? Like some of these scumbag celebrities who always attach some kind of condition. Not Angelina Jolie. She just gave the money. She didn't put any condition on it. Justin Timberlake donated to Mid-South Food Bank. I don't even know how to think about this. There's not much detail in terms of transparency. He's not saying how much he's donating, and you know, I can't knock him, but I can't give him any kudos because there's no transparency. There's no transparency, and without transparency, I mean, you know, might have donated $50 for all I know. All right. So Chiara Ferragni and her husband Fedez raised $4.36 million to build a new intensive care unit. Now, I want to tell you something. The key word here is they raised $4.36 million to build a new intensive care unit. So the key word being raised, they're not giving their money. Let's be very clear about this. They are not giving their money. They are giving your money. Okay, whenever people raise money, they are giving your money. Right? Whenever I hear about people saying raised money, I always think about, have you ever worked for one of those companies? I think most people have, because a lot of companies do this. No matter if you're working in fast food or wherever you're working, they all do the same thing. Every year they always come around with this piece of paper like asking you, how much money do you want to donate money to, like a charity or something like that, right? So you can say, no, I don't want to donate. I always check no. And you can check no. You can say yes and specify if you just want to donate a lump sum, or you can specify if you want to maybe do it per paycheck, you know. So there are options, but I always say no, because I always think to myself, I'm just a regular person. I can barely survive on this little money I'm making. And you're a big company making billions of dollars in profit every single year. And you want me to donate money. Why can't you just donate money from your profits? Why do I have to give up money from my little meager earnings that I can barely use to provide for myself, right? And my family? Why do I have to give up my money when you're making billions of dollars? Just take some of that money from the billions of dollars you make and donate it. And then you do this, and the company donates that money in their name, in the company's name. But it's your money. You don't get any credit. Nobody sees the employees that are giving this money to the company. All they see is Company A donates $5 million. No, Company A's employees donate $5 million. Right? Now, I think some companies will say they'll match it. I think. So if all the employees total were to donate 2.5 million, maybe the company then will match it and donate 2.5 million. I'm like, just go ahead and donate 2.5 million. I need my money. Okay, thank you. So these people raised 4.36 million. So basically, again, they're getting credit for your money. You don't get any credit. They're getting the credit for your money. Yeah, okay. Giannis Antetokounmpo donated $100,000 to the Fiserv forum staff. So I guess that's probably where they play their games. Again, that's transparency. $100,000. Hey, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. He didn't have to do anything. He's giving $100,000 of his money. And there's transparency. He's telling us how much, and he's telling us where it's going to go. I don't understand why he has to donate $100,000. Why can't the Milwaukee Bucks, which is a $1 billion company, right? Why can't they take care of the staff? I mean, the player has to donate his money out of his pocket to help those people. Where's the Milwaukee Bucks organization in all of this, right? You would think they would do something to help the staff. This is what I'm talking about. Companies, rich people, rich organizations. It's always coming down to the little guy. Now, I'm not saying Antetokounmpo is a little guy, but you understand what I'm saying. If he can donate $100,000 from his money, why can't the Milwaukee Bucks organization do something? Is it against the rules to help your employees? So, congratulations, kudos to Giannis. He gave the money. Donated means he's given the money. He didn't pledge it. He didn't pledge to donate $100,000. He's given the money. He didn't raise $100,000. He didn't ask the little guy who's struggling to give their money. He gave his money. Eric Stone Street donated 200,000 meals to Harvesters Food Bank in Kansas. All right, so he donated 200,000 meals. Not much transparency there. I mean, how did he get that? You know, did he spend his own money? Did he use his connections and call somebody and say, hey, can we donate these meals? Blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I'm not going to knock him. Not going to give him a lot of kudos simply because this lacks transparency. I like to know how it's been. How did you do this? How much did it cost you anything? Nonetheless, whether it cost him something or not, you know, he got it done and that's a good thing, right? But like I said, I'm always curious as to people who get other people to do stuff in their name as opposed to them actually spending the money to do it themselves. And without the transparency, I don't know which one this is. I don't know if he did this by taking the money out of his pocket or if he convince somebody else to do it in his name, like, you know, call up a company and they say, okay, well, we'll donate these meals in your name. You'll get the credit for it. I don't know. Or if he called them up and says, I'll pay you this amount of money if you create these meals, and, you know, I don't know how that worked. Again, transparency is important. This lacks transparency. Ciara and Russell Wilson donated 1 million meals to the Seattle Food Lifeline. Okay. They donate $1 million. We know who they're donating the money to. So it can be fact checked to see if they actually did this. So congratulations to Ciara and Russell Wilson. They gave the money. They didn't pledge to give the money. They've already given the money. Donatella Versace donated $218,000 to the San Rafael Hospital in Milan. Okay, donated means she's given the money. We know where it's going, the San Rafael Hospital in Milan, so it can be fact-checked. Transparency. Now, I might look at it and say $218,000, Donatella Versace, you could have gave a little more than that, but I'm not going to do that. $218,000 is good money, good solid money. You know, I'm not saying, you know, like, you know, she might decide another time to give to somebody else. You know, you can't give all at once to everybody, to one person. You know, you might have to give to somebody else later on down the line. So $218,000 is solid money. You know, I got no problem with it. Congratulations. Kudos to Donatella Versace. I appreciate you helping, and I appreciate the transparency. Transparency. I'm going to keep using that word. Transparency is very crucial. Number 22, Selena Gomez has made a donation to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. So thankful for every single medical professional who is putting their health on the line to take care of others. I'm donating to at Cedars-Sinai as they are low on masks and ventilators. They've taken such good care of me, so it's my turn to show my gratitude. You know, there's no transparency here. Yes, we know she donated to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. What we don't know is how much she donated. So now my thinking is, Selena Gomez, she's young. You know, I don't think she's had like enormous paychecks. I'm sure, you know, she's had steady work and she's singing and she has a career. But I don't look at her as a celebrity with like ridiculous money. And again, she's young. Okay? She's got years ahead of her for her career. You know, if she stays healthy and is alive. So I don't look at her like she's got this big bank account and she can donate a ton of money, right? So, you know, if she were to put out like, I donated $10,000 or $20,000, I would not like be like, that's all she gave. I wouldn't be like that because, again, I don't look at her like I think she got money like that. If she does, good, but I don't look at her like that, right? So, you know, I don't understand why she didn't specify how much she gave. The transparency, you know, is lacking on this one. You know, when you don't say how much you give, then I'm like, okay, maybe she gave $500. Maybe she gave $1,500. Maybe she gave $2,000. You know, maybe she gave $50. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Where's the transparency? I'm not going to knock her, but I can't give her no kudos because I don't see the transparency. It's lacking. It's lacking. Nina Dobrev donated $10,000 to secure protective equipment for medical professionals. Okay, I'm going to give her this kudos because, again, I look at Nina Dobrev, like, The only big hit show I know she's been on is what? Vampire Diaries, right? So I don't look at her like she's like incredibly like has this huge bank account. I'm sure if she's been good with her money, she's all right. But I don't look at her like she's got this huge bank account, because I don't know of movies where I would say she's had like a huge payday. You know what I'm saying? So $10,000, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The only thing I'm a little confused by her tweet, because it says I'm joining at Bethany, at the Ellen Show, at Amy Schumer, and others in donating $10,000 to secure masks and other supplies to the medical professionals on the front lines. They are risking their lives to keep us safe. Here's how you can help too. So I'm assuming that she donated $10,000. Her tweet is a little confusing because it makes it sound like combined, all they donated was they all combined and donated a total of $10,000. I'm assuming that's not, accurate. The tweet could have been a little better, a little more clear. I'm assuming that $10,000 is what's coming from Nina herself, not what's coming from the whole entire group of these celebrities. Because that would really be sucky if all of them combined is only donating a total of $10,000. So I'm assuming that $10,000 is what's Nina's part, and I congratulate her and give her kudos for that. Okay? See? I don't look down on her because it's only $10,000. There's transparency, and she gave what she could give. All right? That's a hell of a lot more than a lot of these other celebrities are doing. A hell of a lot more. Kylie Jenner donated $1 million to buy protective gear for first responders. So, kudos to Kylie. All right. She gave the money. It says donated, so that means she's given the money. Kudos to her. All right. I'm just trying to figure out who she gave the money to. I keep seeing these things where it says to buy protective gear for first responders. But who is getting the money? Who is the money going to that is actually going to use the money to buy the gear for first responders? I keep seeing that everywhere, and I'm just like, who is getting this money? Anyway, nonetheless, congratulations to her. Freddie Freeman donates $125,000 to help our community. So Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves, has pledged to donate $50,000 to Giving Kitchen, $50,000 to Atlanta Community Food Bank, and $25,000 to the Salvation Army. So he has pledged this. So he hasn't done it yet. He says, I'm going to do this. I will give him his congratulations and kudos once he has done this. Once you have done this, Freddie Freeman, please let me know so I can send you my kudos and congratulations. But in the meantime, a pledge is as useless to me as, a pledge is very useless. I don't like that word pledge. Either you did it or you didn't do it. Either you've done it or you haven't done it. A pledge says you haven't done it. You get no kudos, my man. You get no kudos. You get no congratulations. Chris Middleton donated $100,000 to help workers at Fiserv Forum. So here we go again. Another Milwaukee Bucks player donating money to help, the workers at the stadium. So congratulations to him. I mean, what are the Milwaukee Bucks doing? Nothing, right? The Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, never mind. As promised earlier today, the Bucks organization will match player donations to part-time arena workers. Okay, so at least the Bucks organization is giving something too, right? They're giving some. They're doing what most companies do. You donate, and we'll match what you donate, right? Okay. All right. I guess it's better than nothing. Shawn Mendes donated $175,000 to the hospital for sick children. Okay. Congratulations to Shawn Mendes. $175,000 is solid money. And we know how much and we know where. So there's transparency. It can be fact checked. Congratulations to him. Okay. Kevin Love donated $100,000 through the Kevin Love Fund to go toward compensating workers at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. So I guess that's the Cavs arena. Good for him. I hope the Cavs organization is also doing something. Now here's one of the scumbags. Here's one of the scumbags, right? Here's one of the celebrity scumbags. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's beauty line donated. Listen to this. Lady Gaga's beauty line donated 20% of 1 week's profits to local food banks in Los Angeles and New York. And House of Labs. We believe this is a time to choose compassion over fear. Just like our fearless leader, Lady Gaga, aka Scumbag. We know we will get through this together if we remember to continue to lead with kindness. House of Laboratories. Are you serious right now? Lady Gaga's beauty line donated 20% of 1 week's profits to local food banks in Los Angeles and New York. 20% of 1 week's profits. Are you telling me you couldn't donate 100% of 1 week's profits? It's only for 1 week. If you can't afford, let me just say this. If you can't afford to donate 100% of 1 week's profits, then 20% ain't shit. Whatever it is they're giving, it ain't shit. I'm trying to tell you. If you cannot afford to donate, I'm going to say it again. If you can't afford to donate 20%, if you can't afford to donate 100% of 1 freaking week's profits, then 20% ain't shit. Period. Point blank. It ain't shit. Whatever it is, it ain't shit. Gwyneth Paltrow donated $100,000 to the Frontline Responders Fund. Okay. She donated the money. She gave the money. She didn't say, you do this and I'll do this. She just gave $100,000 of her money. Transparency. How much? Where it's going. It can be fact checked. Congratulations to Gwyneth. Right? I can't knock her. Nothing bad to say about her. Here go some scumbags here. Here's some scumbags. Queen scumbag herself. The queen celebrity scumbag herself. Kim Kardashian. She's the queen celebrity scumbag. When it comes to donating to causes, she's an absolute scumbag. You understand me? I'm telling you right now. She's a scumbag. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian donated to the Dream Center in Los Angeles and We Women Empowered. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian donated an undisclosed amount of money to the Dream Center in Los Angeles and We Women Empowered in Chicago. Kim Kardashian is also donating 20% of the proceeds from her brand Skims to Baby's coronavirus emergency response program. So here's the problem. Here's the problem I have with this, right? There's no real transparency here, right? So a lot of times when the celebrity don't tell you how much money they're giving, chances are they probably have some kind of agreement in place that the organization also can't disclose how much money they're giving them, right? So if they're not putting that information out, chances are they also have some kind of agreement in place that the organization had to sign before accepting the money, that they also won't say how much the money is that they got, right? And Kim Kardashian is always on some bullshit. She is always on some bullshit. She never gives her money. She's always giving your money. She's always gonna be like, if you buy my product, we'll give 20% of the proceeds. Why would I buy something from you cost $80 and you're only gonna give 20% of that to the charity? I may as well write the check for $80 and give it to the charity I want to give it to. Like, why waste your money? Like, these type of things that Kim Kardashian does is a waste. You're wasting your money. You need to understand this. Now, if you were gonna buy her product anyway, then it is what it is. If you're gonna go out there and you were gonna buy Kim Kardashian's product anyway, then yeah, whatever proceeds she give from that, that's great. That's great. But if you're going out there and you're going to say, oh, well, she's going to donate money, I'm going to support her and I'm going to buy her product because she's donating money to somebody, you're just an idiot, right? You'd be better off just taking that money and donating it to an organization yourself. At least that way you get the credit, and most likely you can probably get a tax write-off. And that's what people don't get. When you donate money, you can write that off in your taxes. And here's where Kim Kardashian gets people. You're giving her your money to donate. So whatever money she donates from your money, she gets to claim it in her taxes. She gets the tax write-off. You don't get no tax write-off. You are buying a product. Do you think you get a tax write-off because you bought some Skims? No, you don't get tax write-offs for that. But her saying, I'm going to donate 20%, whatever that 20% is, she gets to write it off. So you're giving her your money to donate, and then she gets a tax write-off from your money. Do you understand? Do you see how much of a scam artist Kim Kardashian is? She is a scammer to the nth degree. Scumbag. Absolute scumbag. Number 32. Justin Bieber donated $29,000 to assist children in China. I'm okay with this. Again, 20. Now I could look at this and say Justin Bieber is a big name, it's a big celebrity. You know, $29,000. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. $29,000 is decent money, right? And It says here in February, Justin Bieber made a $29,000 donation. So that means he gave the money. He's not a pledge. He's given the money to the Beijing Chenmiao Charity Foundation to assist children in China who had been impacted by the coronavirus. So we know the name of the organization and we know the amount. This is called transparency, and I support it. I support it. I support it. If you ain't transparent, you're probably playing games. So that's the end of the list of all the celebrities who are doing something to help with the coronavirus. This article was written some time ago, so I'm sure there are people who have done more, and maybe some of the people on this list have done more. So I congratulate the people who are giving of their own money. People who are raising money, though I don't really care, because when you raise money, you're basically just using other people's money. You're not really giving your money. But nonetheless, I guess if you can rally the troops and help in some way, that's okay too. As long as the money is really going where it's supposed to be going, that's okay too. I mean, I know I gave some people some flack in there who raised money, but at the end of the day, I think, again, there's nothing wrong per se with raising money. Because again, if you can rally people who wouldn't otherwise give any money to give money, I guess that has its own value, right? But these people right here, Bill and Melinda Gates pledge, I'm not with that pledge business. Either you did it or you ain't done it. They ain't done it. They're promising to do it. And you better believe it's not their money. Just like you saw later where it says, what's his name from Facebook? I don't forgot his name. I don't forgot this guy's name. And I'm not scrolling down this article to find it again. So basically, they gave $25 million to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right? So that's where Bill Gates, he basically scamming, bro. He's scamming hard. That's where he's going to get that money from that he's pledging, right? He's pledging it, expecting other people to actually give him the money. Do you know what a big-ass tax write-off he'll claim once he gets that money and donates it, if he actually follows through with it? That's a hell of a tax write-off right there. To get a great tax write-off from other people's money. These rich people, boy, they know how. I keep telling you, they're no honest rich people. There are just no honest rich people. If you plan to become rich, you better plan on being a scam artist, a conner, somebody. You're not gonna become rich being honest. I'm just telling you. There are no honest rich people in this world. None. You gotta scam. You gotta be a con to get money, like real big time money. If you don't know how to scam, you don't know how to con people out of their money, you're just not going to get rich. I'm telling you, just being honest with you. I don't want to be rich because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to sell my soul for a few dollars. Sorry. But there's some good people on the list who are giving of their own money, and I congratulate them. And I've said what I said, and I thank you for listening, watching this video. I mean, most of my videos, I don't want to do a bunch of fancy stuff in the video, fancy video clips, and I'm just on here to talk about stuff, give my voice, give my opinion, and things like that. I am not on here to produce these great. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and people have some great videos, y'all. I'm not on here to produce that kind of content. I'm just basically on here to give my voice and give my opinion on things. And if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe to my channel, share this video, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.